Square provides a comprehensive ecosystem of business management and financial services tools for business of all sizes, from solo entrepreneurs to large chains. Originally known for its simple mobile card reader, Square has expanded into an all-in-one platform for accepting payments, managing operations, and growing businesses. Now, I have been using Square for a while now, and in this video, I'm going to do a full tutorial on how to use Square. If you do find this video helpful, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Square website, and you can find the link in the description below. Now, once we are on their landing page, what we're going to do is we're going to click on Get Started. Now, here we're going to create a new account. We're going to input our email. We're going to input a strong password, and we're going to agree to the terms. Here we're going to input our business name, and we're going to input our business address. And if your business doesn't have a permanent address, you can click on this, and then you click on next. So they're asking us what kind of business our company is. You're going to choose the industry that perfectly aligns with your business. For the purpose of this video, we're going to choose electronics, and we're going to click next. Now here you're going to choose your annual revenue, and for the purpose of this video, we're going to click not sure yet. Now this is what the dashboard will look like after you're done signing up. It's gonna describe a few of the things that you can do. Now it says your new point of sale, and this is a demo for you. To get approved to accept payment, you're gonna click here, and you're gonna follow the requirement process for your account to get approved. If you want to shop for hardware, you're gonna click here, and it's gonna give you options of hardware that are available, and you're gonna pick from that. If you want to create or import your item catalog, you're going to click here, and it's going to allow you to do that. And if you want to take a payment, you want to choose how you want customers to pay you, you're going to click here. And if you want to upgrade to Square Plus, which we'll come to in a minute, you're going to click here to learn more about Square Plus. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to look at Square appointments. So we're going to click on items and inventories. From here, we're going to click on items, and from here we're going to click on service library. Now we have an empty service library, so what we're going to do is we're going to create service. We're going to add a service name for our service. We're going to write a brief description on what the service is, but if you'd rather use AI to write the service, you can click on generate here, and it says generate service descriptions. This is going to allow you to use AI to generate something about the service, and as you can see, it's generated a short description for you. You can use this or decide to generate again, and from here you're going to click on insert, and it's going to enter here. Now you can also add an image or a color for your service. Now we're going to choose this image, we're going to put it here, and we're going to scroll down. Here you can add a location for your service, and once you're done, you click on save, and you can set a category for your service. You click on select, you set a category for it. So once you're done setting the category, you're going to click on done for that to be saved. Now you're going to scroll down, and you're going to set a price for the service. So if the price varies, you're going to choose variable, and if it's fixed, you're going to choose a fixed price, and you're going to set a price for the service. Here you're going to choose the duration of your service, and you have the option to add processing time or block extra time after the appointment. Now just below it, we have the option to add different variations of our service, and once you click on add, you can create another variation of your service. You can make this one a variable, and it's going to create a different variation of this same service. Once we are done filling all the necessary parts for this service, we're going to click on save, and now we should see our service under our service library. Now that we are done creating our service, the next thing we need to do is make sure our team members can be booked and set their individual hours. So what we are going to do is we're going to go back. We're going to go to staff, and on the staff we're going to go to team, and we're going to go to team members. Now here we can add other team members by clicking on add a team member. We can add the team member's first name, their last name, a phone number for them, and an email. And once we're done, we're going to click on next. And here we're going to manage the role of the team member. So we're going to set what their primary job is. And for the purpose of this tutorial, we're going to make it teacher. Now here it's going to create a new job for teacher, and it's going to make tip available if you want the team member to be able to earn a tip. If not, you're going to turn this off, and it's going to turn it off, and you're going to click on save. Now that it has the primary job as a teacher, you need to specify the pay type, if it's going to be hourly or it's going to be salary based. Under the pay type, if you choose salary, you're going to have to state the amount that the team member is going to earn annually. State hourly, you're going to have to put an hourly rate for the team member. Now you also have the option to edit the job or to add another job, and you can choose to add overtime exempt for the team member. Now we're going to click on next. Now this is where you're going to assign permissions to the team member. For this particular team member, what we want to do is we want to go to team permissions, and we want to click on edit team permissions. And here it's gonna we're gonna be able to choose which team permissions we want to give to the team member. Once we click here, it's gonna give the team member full access. You see how all this changes to active once I click on full access. If I turn it off, I'll have to choose the particular permission that I want to give the team member. And let's continue. And from here, you're going to set a passcode for all team members, and you're going to click on save. It's going to ask you for an owner password also, and you're going to click on save. And we're going to click on next, and you're going to click on done. Let's click on done from here, and you can see the team member. It says my account is currently under review, and you can see the team member has been invited here. But now that we have the team member, the last thing that we should do is to allow customers find this team member and be able to book appointments with them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to scheduling, click on scheduling, and here we're going to click on availability. Now you can see we have two members here. We have me as the owner and the member that has been invited. Now what we can do with this, with the invited member, to make sure that they are available for customers to book them, is to click on this button, and then we can toggle it on for all day if they are available all day. And we can also repeat for the days that they'll be available, and then we're going to click on save. And as you can see here, they are available for booking at the days that we set for them to be available for.